Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Germain Arena for this very special evening, where we will celebrate and pay tribute to the career of a true Florida Everblade legend, both on and off the ice. Before we begin tonight's special ceremony and festivities, it would only be appropriate to welcome tonight's honoree and his family to the ice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me in welcoming the man who played in a ton of games for the Everblades and made countless community appearances, Ernie Hartlieb and his family. Please direct your attention to the video scoreboard for a very special photo montage of Ernie's time both on and off the ice as an Everblade.
Nobody does it better. Though sometimes I wish someone could. Nobody does it some kind of magic inside you that keeps me from running, but just keep it coming. How'd you learn to do the things you do? And nobody does it better. Makes me feel safe.
Ernie, on behalf of the Florida Everblades and your fans, please accept this 15th anniversary number 9 Ernie Hartlieb framed jersey to commemorate tonight's festivities. Thank you for all you've done for the team and the community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President and General Manager of your Florida Everblades, Craig Brush.
The gentleman we are honoring tonight has played more games for the Everblades than any other player, 350. He is 5th in goals scored with 86. He's 3rd in assists with 171. He's 3rd in points with 257. He spent 5.5 hours in the penalty box. And he played here from 2004 to 2012. These are numbers certainly worthy of recognition. But statistics are a secondary reason for honoring Ernie Hartlieb. Let me explain. In 1987, my 9-year-old son was selected to play on a travel hockey team in Michigan. He was the only new kid on the team. My wife, Kyle, took him to his first practice. New rink, new team, and boy was he nervous. They walked into the locker room, and 8-year-old Ernie Hartlieb welcomed him and introduced him to the rest of the players on the team. And he's been doing things like that for his whole life. And not just with teammates, but with everybody associated with the game, especially the fans. He never turned down a request for anything, a simple autograph, a school or hospital visit, or a couple of weeks ago organizing a golf tournament to raise money for a sick little boy. He was the guy that hosted the team's Super Bowl parties. He stood up for his teammates against some of the toughest players in the league. He played every position but goal, and perhaps most importantly, he loved to come to the rink, and he always had a smile on his face. Ernie has embraced Southwest Florida, his adopted home. He has made a very successful transition into the business world, and he and Miranda will have their first child here in just a couple of months. Ernie, it makes me a little sad to know we won't see you on the ice anymore, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you've done for the Florida Everblades. I do have a little something for you. I want you to be the first to wear the Florida Everblades 2012 Kelly Cup ring. Congratulations. Put it on. Now, before you make your remarks, why don't you hoist that up over your head? There you go.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Brush. I definitely did not expect this tonight. I don't know what to say. I stayed up last night because I'm a procrastinator, not knowing what to say, so I stayed up till 5:30 in the morning making some notes. So, give me a sec. I remember back in 2005 when I put on my Everblades uniform for the first time and stepped onto this ice. It was a thrill for me to step onto this ice into a packed house. Everybody talked about this building, everybody wanted to play here, and back then it was amazing. I step on the ice today, probably the last time, and it's still an amazing building with amazing fans, and I just want to say thank you everybody so much. As I was introduced tonight, you got to see my family come out with me tonight. My aunt and uncle, Jeanette and Pete, my mother and father, Hank and Rhonda, and my beautiful wife, Miranda. A couple of people that I couldn't, oh, I forgot. My grandfather's here. He's somewhere up in the suite. I'm sure everybody's seen him. He's Ernie #1. He'll be 87 years old this December, and he loves letting everybody know about it. So he's around here somewhere. But a couple other people that weren't here tonight, my brother-in-law Drew and my sister Stephanie. They just had a baby, my new niece Sage. And my little sister has probably always been my biggest fan, and I wish she would have been here tonight to see this. I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional, but when it comes to my sister, she's the best. I wanted to tell a funny little story. I know I talked to Craig, and we didn't want to make this the Academy Awards, me thanking everybody. So a little story about my sister. When I was 10 years old, after a squirt game, I had a big game, we won it, whatever, and we went to my grandmother's house. And my grandmother turned to me and said, "Ernie, one day you're going to be a champion." My sister looks at my grandmother and says, "Grandma, what am I going to be?" And my grandma looks at my little sister and says, "Honey, you're going to be the sister of a champion." So, so it's still a funny joke that we still tell. And now that I have a niece, we got her a little baby outfit that says "Niece of a Champion." But my mom and my dad, I can't say enough about them. They're both here tonight with me. They're the typical hockey parents. I grew up hockey, to the rink every morning. Everywhere it was all about hockey, and for my gratitude towards them and them sharing this moment here with me today means a ton. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love both of you, and I'm glad that you're both here with me tonight. I couldn't imagine 7 years ago when I came to Florida that I would have so many special memories and moments in this building. But I think my most special moment was when I met my wife 5 years ago. She has been the love of my life. She's been there through thick and thin, and I think she's probably one of my biggest critics. You know, when you come home from the arena, you try to leave, or anybody going home from work, you try to leave work at work, and you try to come home and put a smile on your face. But man, as a hockey player, and I know all the guys know, you bring it home, and I'm sure Mr. Brush knows, and Mrs. Brush knows, he probably brings it home with him too when you're not winning and stuff like that. So she was more like a psychologist to me than my girlfriend, now a wife. She always had to tell me about, just to get focused. But when I come home, she asks me all the time, "How come you didn't hit more? How come you didn't fight that guy in the third period?" She always loves it when, just like everybody else, she always loves it when the fights. And I love you for that, baby. I think what a great girl that I have. I'm so lucky, and I can't wait for our son. We're having a baby boy. His name's Hunter. It's going to be Hunter. I think it's a sick hockey name, so Hunter Hartlieb. Hopefully he'll one day be out here skating. I'd also like to thank a couple other very special people in my life. She's sitting right up there, Kathy Harvey and the Harvey family. Since I've got here, she's been like a mother to me and watched over me, took care of my whole family. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to Kathy. I love you. You're the best. Thank you very much. And I have to definitely give a shout out to the guy that helped me transition into my new career at Fifth Third, Bob Corsari. He's here tonight, and he always tells me to let Craig know that he's staying in shape in case Muse or Nagel get called up. He's ready to go in the net. So, Bobby C., the Godfather. When Craig told me about this night, very special for me, everything seems to happen on the golf course. I got down here, I don't know if many people read, funny how we met after the Ryder Cup at Oakland Hills Country Club, ended up playing with Mr. Brush, played a round of golf. The next day I was down in Florida. And then after the Blades win the Kelly Cup, we go out and play golf, and Mr. Brush says on hole number 2, "I think it's time." And I said I had no idea what he was talking about. I said, "Time for what? We're going to play some bets or something like that?" And he said, "I think it's time we hang up your jersey." So I had a million thoughts go in my mind, and one of them was I was so honored for him to ask me to do that. And the other one was, man, what if some guys get hurt, they get called up? Is he going to still call me to come out and play? So, but it was a great moment. I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Brush and the Blades organization for putting this on today. I know everybody behind the scenes have done a great job, and I want to thank the players. I know this is tough for them to sit and wait because they got to play a hockey game. And so I want to thank them in Orlando. They're waiting, so I'll try to get this done and over with here. I want to give a shout out real quick to all the players that I played with throughout my career here. Just to name a few: Ryan Van Buskert, Brent McDonald, Brandon Coulter, Keith Anderson, Matt Pagnuti. The list goes on and on. Without these guys, and I know I'm going to miss a couple of them here, guys that I didn't get to play with, Terry Lindgren, Jimmy Brown, all the guys that have donned the green and blue. If it wasn't for these guys, and even guys playing today on the Everblades, and some on other teams, I would not be here today standing in front of you, and I just want to say thank you to all of them and for all your things. And one last, of course, I'm not going to forget my best friend, my best man at my wedding, Ryan Brindley, my college teammate. He played here 3 years with me, probably one of the best captains ever to play for the Everblades, besides Matthew Wazzy. He's still the best, buddy. So many great memories, and we saw some great pictures on the video. And I think the best moment in my career here was actually up in the booth last year watching Matthew Waugh hoist that Kelly Cup. It was a dream for all of us. And I want to say thank you to him and all the Blades players for making a dream come true for all of us. To the fans, it was a great moment. So from the bottom of my heart to all the fans, I want to thank you very, very much for coming out here today and supporting me throughout the years. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the rink every night that I'm here. So thank you very much, everyone.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart, I hang on every word you say, tears apart. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I ever met. Oh, I'm stuck on your heart, I hang on every word you say. Oh, tears apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as this banner makes its way up into the rafters with two other Everblade legends, let us celebrate the amazing career that number 9, Ernie Hartlieb, has had on and off the ice as a Florida Everblade. Thank you very much.